beautiful handball out to Simpson, and the skipper goes short and finds Harris.
So the Kangaroos build to the city end, and that's a nicely placed and weighted kick for Grant. Well outside 50, dabs it inside and does it well. VFL star last year. His second final, he slots it home. The Kangas have the first. Oh, that's a good play by Guerra for Campbell, Crawford and Lewis. With a fumble, giving it back to Crawford, and the veteran goes for home. He's wide, but there are chances at a free. Yes, it is. Left head's ball.
Well, Crawford was able to run just about the length of the ground. The Kangaroo defenders backpedaled. They were so conscious of their Hawk forward opponents.
He nails it. The Hawks have their first.
Dishes to Lewis, got dealt with it, but that was okay. Great tackle, turnover. Here come the Kangaroos on the rebound. Quick hands to Simpson, beautiful handball out wide to Smith, measures the kick. It's a beauty. Gee, they did that well, the Roos. He's kicked 19 goals, 11 for the season. That's a superb looking kick, and he's off to a flyer.
As Scott McLaren referred to them. Clearance is 7-4, the Kangaroos. Oh, what a mark! What a magnificent soaring mark, bringing back memories of Phil the Snake Baker.
And whilst that's going on, the Hawthorn players have decided to rough up Brent Harvey. How good is that?
Ladson didn't go for home and just didn't quite have the right target, and the old shin boners away. Archer delivering to Hanson in his third game, crowd ringing in his ears, and he sets up Swallow, who should be able to nail this from 20, and he does.
And Osborne kicks to him. Doesn't take on Smith. Goes to half forward, and Taylor kept running.
Always look for that central corridor, the Hawks.
So Taylor decides to go by hand to Sewell again. He's been busy. Chips looking for Boyle and finds him. Tim Boyle kicking at 55% this year. 31 goals, 25. Only 2 goals in his last 5 matches. Big kick for him. Goal umpire didn't move.
Kangaroos holding it in, trying to set something up. Rawlings bombing. Petrie there at the back. Edwards, can he get his boot onto it? Did he? Yes, I reckon he did. He has 3. All clear.
Well, we'll have a closer look, Tim. His body language, he just tried to con the umpire, the goal umpire, that he got it onto his boot, did he?
Yep. I'm happy.
Which foot did it come off?
Oh, that one.
He's not sure either. Halfway mark of the second quarter. To the pocket. Free kick, is it to Petrie? It is. Drew Petrie's got it.
Just grabbed him, didn't let him run the ball. He tried to go after a mark and he was just held down.
He's had a very good season, Drew Petrie. And you can see he's in front there. I think he's very lucky to get a free kick.
Yes.
It just marks the ball too high above his head. His timing of the ball's been out tonight, and I agree, that's a lucky free kick, but we'll take it.
Absolutely. He's kicked 37 goals this year.
Have to produce his very best here, Drew. He's converting though at a very healthy 70% this season. Favours the right side. It's a good kick. It's home. The Roos lead by 22. Hawks in trouble. Osborne, clever little tap. Mitchell under the hammer again. No room for him tonight. Archer heads towards Gibson. It's a good tackle. Umpire's played it.
That was a hot footy. Archer was just so desperate. He knocked the ball into the path of Gibson. We'll have a look at the tackle and see how much time he got. Gibson wants to have a look at it. There's Archer's tap on.
plenty.
I think it's fair enough he was penalised. Didn't get a handball to it.
So Chance Bateman. It's kickable.
Well, it's a big kick, Quarters, because the Kangas have dominated this game, and the Hawks are touching.
6 goals for the season to Chance Bateman. It's back to 10 points.
Great smother by Campbell, making his presence felt here early in the third term. Good pressure from the Hawks. Kangaroos hold up. Swallow just dallied, and he was swallowed. Sulu to Guerra, who is a good left foot kick. And the Hawks are within 3 points.
The roughhead tackle. We've got to have a look at the roughhead tackle. There's the smother. Roughhead coming in on Swallow from behind. Knocks him off balance. And Jared Roughhead. Fantastic. 1% of time.
Very lucky. They're still in front. And a very low scoring match as Smith pumps it inside 50. Front and centre, Grant, beautifully done. McIntosh should goal.
They've mucked around a little bit through the midfield, but it's generally been reasonable by the Kangaroos.
More than a kick out. Goes for Edwards out. It's McMahon out in the pocket, and he gets a free kick.
Grab him on the shoulder. The free kick.
McIntosh coming off. He's had real impact in this early part of the third quarter, particularly pushing forward to be an option. He's come off. Hale's come on to do the ruck work for the Roos.
Rick Ladson disappointed. That's the way it is. Umpire's very tough on contact from behind.
Shane Crawford coming off, and his shadow for the night, Jess Sinclair, also coming off with him.
Scott McMahon. Tough shot. Big moment for a young player. He rises to the moment. The Kangaroos stretch the lead. He was looking to sneak out the side door if there was a glimmer of a chance. Now he goes for Franklin, and this time he's got it. Can he land this one?
Can.
Good contact. A mighty kick. A magnificent goal. Brilliance from him thrown forward, but Hawthorn regained the ball, but Mitchell's kick is straight to a marauding Ferrito. Good ball for Edwards,
Drop the arm.
and he'll get a free kick. His arm was taken.
Drop his arm. You know it. Not even looking at the ball. You dropped his arm. You dropped his left arm right here. You're not even watching a football trick.
Absolute rubbish is the obvious
Thank you. That's the
call.
line. Mark's right here.
Oh my God, that is rubbish.
That is fairy floss.
That's shocking.
It is fairy floss, and it's just a blight on the game.
Oh.
No pun intended, Malcolm.
No. None received.
In short, a mistake. Edwards with 3. He kicks his 4th. The Kangaroos stretch it again.
Kangaroo defenders.
Sainsbury on twinkle toes. Rawlings having a very good night. What a tradesman he is. And now Harvey again contained.
Joe! 50 metres. Mark that foot.
50. Another umpiring decision. Borderline goes the Kangaroos' way and should provide them with another goal. Joel Smith. Oh, gee. That's tough.
Clearly marked it, then pushed in.
Well, to me that looks wrong. I mean, it was incidental to the contest. There may have been a free kick, but I don't know whether there were 2 incidents.
Michael Voss, the pseudo Hawthorn coach, has just thrown down his headphones. What does that mean?
He's taking his responsibility seriously.
I'm just about to rip out the phone from the wall.
That is very tough. And the consequences could be enormous. Harvey. gives the Roos a 17-point lead. For Bateman. Can Lance Franklin rise again? He's not in this contest, but rough headers at the fall. Now Franklin's there. And the Hawks pull one back.
Well, their three big forwards featured Boyle the leap from behind, Roughhead the quick snap at goal, and Franklin the right foot drop kick, the soccer off the ground.
Well, Wolsey, so far, when the ball's hit the ground, it hasn't been the Hawks' strength tonight. The Kangaroos have been able to take the ball away more often than not, but it was Franklin's work rate that got him that ball.
Just a little bit of incidental.
Harvey!
Kangaroos free kick. Brent Harvey was held.
Well, they've been consistent with this rule. I mean, there's not a lot in it, but you can't look away from the player and take his line. They've been consistent all year with this.
It's interesting though, there's Harvey.
Oh, and he's holding.
And he said that he's had his arm locked up.
And not looking at the footy.
You also can't get hit in the throat too, Blighty.
I thought it was a push, Michael.
Well, push. Call it what you like. It's high.
Kangaroos have been given 5 free kicks inside 50. 3 of them until now have produced goals. That will be a 4th. Kangaroos by 17. Here's Birchall again, but a terrific smother from Swallow. Smith giving it to McIntosh, to Harris.
Good Birchall, he can't run.
In big trouble. Harris placing that well. Just Harvey now. Can he bend it around? He curls it home. And that's where the Roos might be.
Go your beauties. The little champ's back.
Well, it is. In desperate times could call for desperate measures. And now I think that Alistair Clarkson's got to get his forwards up the ground. Perhaps give Franklin a lot more room in that forward 50 to work by himself. For most of the night, they've been crowded in that area of the ground. I just don't think right now is the right occasion to keep that structure when the game is on the line like it is now.
Well, I've seen a lot of players kick it back to the middle end, and perhaps it was
What's the mood like down there on the bench, though, for the Hawks?
Oh, they just look exhausted. There's a real deflation about him, Vossi.
They're running on empty, according to Andy Marr, and they could put a final nail in here to the Roos as they run along the half-forward flank on the members' side. Simpson, he goes short, and he finds if he can kick this. It's just about it. Grant. It's a goal.
Executed the game plan superbly tonight.
They keep running into a wall, the Hawks. Mitchell just slams it on the boot. Campbell's worked his backside off. Well done, big fella. Now Franklin. Got the handball away into the pocket. Lewis. Oh, it's a goal. He's kicked a goal somehow. Campbell's been good. He hasn't stopped trying.
No, he has been good since he's been moved to the forward line. He's just presented pretty well. Daniel Wells has had 27 disposals tonight. That'll be enormous for his confidence.
Horrible turnover, and Brent Harvey can kick his 4th. And the boomer has put the Kangaroos indisputably into a preliminary final.
Yes, and a skill error at the back, and yeah, it's been a terrific performance by the Roos. But I agree with you, Robert. I think that Hawthorn, for their season, you know, they'll take plenty out of this. It's next year.
But it doesn't matter anyway as the Roos are away for Rito.
Wells is on here.
Rawlings chips sideways. Edwards pops one over the top. Wells, interesting kick. It might go all the way. What a goal! What a way to finish. That takes some doing.
As Bruce Dool once said, Blighty, you're a genius.
He was on for quite a while. It's just a matter. I'll just try. Party time. You know what I hate?
What do
Now
you
that I'm
hate?
coaching these, they've wasted one for next week.
I tell you what, Daniel Wells' second half has been the most important second half of his career. Richie Vandenberg playing on Glenn Archer. Be the last game of league football for Vandenberg. Archer lives to fight another day.
Shannon Grant squeezes the kick out, only as far as Brown, who's every chance this year to make All-Australian. And there it is! Glenn Archer lives to fight another day. What a comeback by the Kangaroos. After a shocking performance last week, they're into